Dear friends, this is JIPMER question paper, exam conducted on 2013. Please listen carefully. First question, which one of the following indices a nurse has to consider as an indicator of good nutrition? Correct answer in this option is total lymphocytes 1900 microliter. Total lymphocytes range in adults between 1000 and 4800 liter in 1 microliter of blood. So this is coming under in normal range between 1000 to 4800 liter. Normal albumin level is 3.4 to 5.4 gram per deciliter. Normal albumin range is 3.4 to 5.4 gram per deciliter. Pre-albumin level normal is 15 to 36 milligram per deciliter. Pre-albumin level normal is 15 to 36 milligram per deciliter. Transferrin level normal range is 170 to 370 milligram per deciliter. Transferrin level 170 to 370 milligram per deciliter. Lymphocyte is a part of immune system. Lymphocytes is a part of immune system used to attack invading bacteria, viruses and toxins. Lymphocytes attack bacteria, viruses and toxins. Two types of lymphocytes, B cells and T cells. There are two types of lymphocytes, B cells and T cells. B cells attack bacteria, viruses and toxins. B cells attack bacteria, viruses and toxins, but T cells activate other immune cells. T cells' role is to activate other immune cells. I think you understood the difference. B cells attack other invading bacteria, viruses and toxins. T cells activate other immune cells. That is the difference. So you understood these questions. Following nurse has to consider as an indicator of good nutrition, that is total lymphocytes 1900 microliter. Second question, before endotracheal intubation, some facts about trachea a nurse has to understand, and all the following are true regarding trachea except. Correct answer is, you have to read the question thoroughly. Correct answer is, it starts at the level of 7th cervical vertebra. So read the question carefully. There is except. All other options are true. In case of trachea, all other options are true. Trachea is about 13 centimeter long and trachea bifurcates into two major bronchi. Trachea ends at the level of sternal angle of Lewis. These 3 points are true, but trachea will not start at the level of 7th cervical vertebra. Trachea extends from the level of C6 vertebra, not C7, C6 vertebra to the level of angle of Lewis T4, T5 vertebra, where it divides into two bronchi, one for each leg. Trachea extends from the level of C6 vertebra to the level of angle of Lewis T4, T5 vertebra, where it divides into two bronchi, one for each leg. That question is over. Next question, when assessing a patient with appendicitis, how a nurse must indicate to get information? Correct answer is, tell me how you are feeling. You have to read four option. When assessing a patient with appendicitis, how a nurse must initiate to get information. So she should start conversation to ask the patient, tell me how you are feeling, not tell me where is the pain, tell me relief of the pain with what, tell me whether cough aggravates pain. These three options are incorrect. Tell me how you are feeling is the correct answer. Next question, which guideline a nurse has to follow when caring for a pressure sore? Correct answer is dressing to dry before removal. So whenever you are caring for a patient with pressure sore, you should try to dry the wound part because there may be chance of infection. When the wound part is moist, there may be chance of infection. So please use betadine ointment, betadine solution to dry the wound area. So other three options are incorrect. Next question, what should be the position of the limb a nurse should maintain in a patient who had undergone right hip prosthesis surgery? Correct answer is neutral. You have to keep the position neutral position. Neutral position you have to maintain in a patient who had undergone right hip prosthesis surgery. Other options should be avoided because there may be severe pain. So adduction, abduction, flexion should be avoided. Hip prosthesis surgery is a procedure in which a doctor surgically removes a painful hip joint and replaces it with artificial joint. It usually done all other treatment options are failed. So it is the last option of a treatment. Sleeping on your back with a simple pillow between your leg is a correct position. Avoid lying on your side. Sleeping on your back with a simple pillow between your legs. Avoid lying on your side. Next question, when a post-operative patient develops evisceration, what a nurse should do? Correct answer is cover the protruding organs. When a post-operative patient develops evisceration, the nurse should cover the protruding organs. Evisceration is the removal of internal organs, especially in abdominal cavity. Nurse should cover the area with wet gauze or cotton pad or bandage. Evisceration is the removal of internal organs, especially in abdominal cavity. Nurse should cover the area with wet gauze or cotton pad or bandage. She has to tie with the bandage. Next question, a nurse is caring for an old lady with osteoarthritis, and all the following facts are true regarding osteoarthritis except. Correct answer is TOFI. Crepitus, subcutaneous nodules, pain on moving joint will be present in osteoarthritis. TOFI is a swollen growths on your joints just under your skin. So TOFI will not present in osteoarthritis. TOFI is a symptom of gout. TOFI is a symptom of gout. Gout means too much uric acid that cause uric acid crystals in your bloodstreams that may cause TOFI. Next question, how a nurse will teach breathing exercise for a patient with chronic bronchitis? Correct answer is use diaphragmatic breathing. How a nurse will teach breathing exercise for a patient with chronic bronchitis? Use diaphragmatic breathing. That means feel the air enter the lungs, belly expand during the breathing. So, a nurse caring for a head injury comatose patient, which intervention he or she should implement to prevent increased intracranial pressure? Correct answer is elevate the head end of the bed, head end of the patient. So to prevent increased intracranial pressure or ICP, the nurse should elevate the head end of the patient. Head should be elevated above the level of heart. That means 45 to 90 degree elevation that reduce the intracranial pressure. Next question. What recommendation a nurse should give to 55-year-old patient with a blood pressure of 150/90 mmHg? What recommendation a nurse should give to 55-year-old patient with blood pressure of 150/90 mmHg? Correct answer is recheck your BP 2 weeks later, because due to immediate stress or rapid body movements, there may be increased blood pressure. So before treating the patient, we have to confirm once more. We have to check the BP 2 weeks later. Thank you all for listening this class. So today only we discussed 10 questions. Thank you for listening this class. If you are new here, please consider subscribing. Thank you.